Hi all, we can start Navisworks. It will take some few sessions to finish Navisworks. So in this session, so initially we will be for the complete session of Navisworks. No, I'll be explaining like the uses of Navisworks, the versions, the file type, then all the tools, basics tools that we are using, and after that like clash detection, quantification, timelining or simulation, then animation, all those things one by one by the help of a project I will be explaining. So we can start with the Navisworks. It's a very useful tool. Normally we are using for building information modeling. See, Navisworks is a software introduced by Autodesk, definitely. But it's not a completely modeling software. Rather, the models that we have already generated by the help of a third-party modeling software, for example, Revit or Rhino or like Autodesk, those files we can upload in Navisworks, and after that we can integrate all the models, we can identify the clashes, then we can simulate the construction timelining, and the collaboration effectively we can do by the help of Navisworks. Okay, means for example the major uses of Navisworks, the first one is like is model aggregation and model review. Correct. For example, model aggregation and review means various models like architecture model, structural model, MEP models. You can aggregate within Navisworks, and after that, just for review, you can use it. Okay, that is simple. And you can. That's for MEP point of view. The most very real important thing is clash detection. Correct. Because our services will be going above the fault ceiling, or sometimes it might be concealed within the wall, or it might be going through the floor, whatever it may. Sometimes you are having HVAC duct and water supply pipes. No, these services may coincide. No, it may interfere. Yes, definitely the interference check option is available in the Revit. But when we are generating various views of clash detection using Revit, it might be slightly difficult to identify it if you are an inexperienced person. And not only that, when we are working with a very heavy file size in Revit, that when we are doing the clash detection using the 3D model, so the performance might be slightly lagging. So the clash detection is a very useful tool that we are having in Navisworks. But after uploading the models within Navisworks, we can generate the clash report also. By that clash report, using that clash report, the clashes one by one you can identify and clear in Revit as well. Okay. Anyhow, the changes that we are doing after uploading any models within Navisworks, if you are doing some changes within the Navisworks, that will not affect in reality. Okay, just for like switchback purpose or witnessing purpose, we can use that. But really, those changes will not affect in Revit. Even though the clash detection report we can generate by the help of Navisworks, but the real clash detection, correction, everything we have to do it in the 3D software itself. Means if it is a Revit file, Revit itself. Anyhow, we will study that in the upcoming classes. Okay, and after that, you can use this file for quantification. To take the quantity, we can definitely, we are having like a lot of third-party softwares like PlanShift, Bluebeam, Canty, Autodesk soft like takeoff, various softwares we are having for this quantity takeoff. And but even though the quantification or estimation option is available in by the help of Navisworks. Okay, quantities even in Revit also by the help of schedules and quantities we can take the quantity, but more precisely we can do the procedure by the help of Navisworks. Okay, and you can do construction timelining or like 4D simulation or timelining. 3D model, when we are incorporating with the time or including time, 3D with the time is called 4D. Anyhow, we will study that in details in the upcoming classes. Means to visualize the construction timeline, we can do this 4D simulation by the help of Navisworks. Animations we can prepare, animations like 3D animations also we can prepare. But MEP point of view, the very important option that we are having in Navisworks is clash detection only. Anyhow, all those things we can discuss one by one. Okay, see, when you are working by the help of Revit and Navisworks, if both the softwares are having the same version, then it will be good. Okay, I'm using like a 2025 version now, Revit also. But when you are using even Revit and Navisworks, we are using the same version, that will be always good. Otherwise, slight errors can come sometimes. Okay. Okay. What all versions of Navisworks we are having? See, Navisworks normally available in the market by 3 versions. Navisworks Freedom, that's a freeware version. Then Navisworks Simulator. Then Navisworks Manage. Okay. Freedom is a freeware version. Just for model review, we can use it. Model, just to review the model, you can use that one. Model review purpose means you can upload the 3D models in Navisworks, and after that you can witness it. You can view that model. That's for just for that purpose. No other function we are having in Freedom. Simulate, except a clash detection, all those things you can do. For example, like a 4D simulation, you can do that. Quantification, animation, those kind of things. Except a clash detection, everything you can do in a Simulate. Manage is the complete version. Complete version means clash detection, quantification, 4D simulation, animation, everything is possible by the help of Navisworks Manage. Okay, so we will be dealing with the Navisworks Manage only. Anyhow, if you are having intentions to purchase this software, now you can go to the Autodesk website itself, the pricing plans and all you can witness there. But if you are a student, still if you are studying, then you can try to get the student version for 1 year from the Autodesk website itself. Okay, that will be good. If you want to get the full function, you should not use the cracked versions. And also that is not legitimate, right? Okay, fine. So these are the versions that we are having in Navisworks. See, Navisworks, very important, the next session, Navisworks file sets or file types we are having. See, normally we are having like 3 types of Navisworks file types: NWC file, NWF file, and NWD file. Okay. So means NWC Navisworks cache file, NWF Navisworks file set, NWD Navisworks document file. So what are the difference of all these files and what all functions that we are having for NWC, NWF, NWD that we can use? See, NWC is Navisworks cache file. That will be like drastically decreasing the real file size, and the performance of the function of software, no, it will be increasing when we are doing something. But you can't save it. A Navisworks cache file has automatically generated when you are uploading your Revit file, and you can't save it. NWF file is Navisworks file set, that is your working file. When you are doing something in Navisworks, after that, if you need to save that file, you can save it either NWF or you can save it as an NWD. So when you are working models, we will be saving as an NWF only. So comparing to all the 3 files, NWF file will be having the minimum file size. Means NWF file will not carrying any real model. Rather, it will be only carrying the link only, model links. For example, you will be linking your architecture file, you will be linking your MEP file, you will be linking your structural file. All the links it will be carrying, it will not be carrying the real model. And also when you are doing something, you'll be marking some dimension inside, you'll be providing some notes inside. All those dimension notes and what all project related thing you are doing in the Navisworks, all those things the NW file will be having, NWF will be having. So the working file of Navisworks will be NWF only. NWD, once you have completed your file, you have to give this file to the client. Okay, so all the models we will be compiling and we will be providing to the client. That is called NWD file. So it will be carrying the real models, all the model with the real sizes, architectural, MEP, structural, everything. Then we will be providing. So NWD file will be having, but finally you have to save it as an NWD. In between, you don't want to do it. Correct. NWD is the submission file that we are doing in the last. Anyhow, I will explain once again regarding these details. For example, how you can create the NWC file. See, Navisworks cache file, automatically it will generate. Manually also we can create it. Okay. See, if you want to directly export the Revit file in Navisworks, that is possible. That is possible. For example, I'm having like a 2 Revit file. Okay, this one. I'm going to open this in Revit. Okay, let me open it. I'm having an architecture file. So just let me open that in architecture. Yeah. Let it open in Revit. It's an architecture file. Okay, it's an RVT file, Revit file. This Revit file, it has opened in this one now, Revit. The same file I'm just going to open in Navisworks. Okay, this interface of Navisworks. Okay, you can go to the open section here now. You can go to the open section, open file. The same Revit file I'm generating. See, within the folder now, when you open that, this is a folder. I have exported that now, Navisworks 25 in desktop, Revit file. Only these 2 files you can witness. But once I have exported that in Navisworks, open file within desktop, definitely Navisworks 25. Okay, a Revit file is not there, no problem, because Navisworks file set, it has set with .nwf. That's the reason. No problem. You can find where RVT, or you can select all files as well. Okay. Otherwise, you can select Revit files, or you can select all files. You can. The same architecture file that I have opened in Revit, I am opening now, architecture. Open it. Okay. But see, it will take some time. When you are directly exporting an RVT file, so the software need to modify that one, and the conversion process has to be done. So it will take a little bit time. Based on the project, if your project size is small, it will take very minimum time. But if it's a large project, huge time, no, lot of time it will take to convert. But if you are uploading directly the NWC file, minimum time only it will take. Anyhow, okay. So initially I'm taking RVT file. This is RVT file, but you can check the folder. This is a file folder I have uploaded. Now you can see one more file has created, architecture NWC file, Navisworks cache file. Because this Navisworks cache file, that will get automatically generated when you are uploading an RVT file. Or manually also you can. Manually also you can do that. See, since I have uploaded the Revit file, RVT file, now it is working like a cache file only. What are advantages we are having? For example, when you have tools we can discuss. I am selecting an item, some item here. For example, this window I am selecting. I am just going to the Revit file. This is a window. So this window I am selecting, whether it is witnessing there, or you are doing something in your architecture. For example, I am just going to the wall. Okay, you can select wall architecture option, and I have created a wall there. Okay, and after that, let me save this one for time being. And you can come back to the Navisworks. Then here we are having an option called the refresh option. Refresh option, just refresh this one. Okay. So once you have refreshed this one, in real time, if it is an RVT file, the changes that you made in the Revit file, you can witness there. But if it is a pure NWC, this will not come. Okay, I guess that is. See, this is a wall I have created. I have not created exactly on the floor level, no problem. But this is a wall I have created there now. If you don't want, you can go to the Revit. Okay, then you can delete it. Save this one. Okay, you can come back to the Navisworks, refresh once again. So every time you are refreshing, the model will get refreshed. It will take some time. Okay, this is called the refresh option. Means in real time, the changes that we are doing in other computers of our real models and all, that will be witnessing in our Navisworks as well. So periodically, you can do that in a real scenario. And also, okay, the changes I made in Revit, I can witness in Navisworks. If there is any changes I am doing in Navisworks, will it get reflected in Revit? Yeah, there is an option called the switchback option. For example, I'm just going to the Revit. I'm selecting this window. I'm just, sorry, in Navisworks, I'm selecting this window. Okay. Right click. There's an option called the switchback. It will show an error. See, correct. Because there is an option. You can go to the add-ins option under the Revit add-ins option. There is an option called external tool. Navisworks switchback option has to be selected. See, once you have installed your Revit, normally these external tools will not come there. You can go to the Autodesk website or you can Google it simply, Navisworks exporter tools. So you'll be getting an installation file. Once you have installed that Navisworks exported file tools, after that you will be getting it. Using these external tools that you have installed in your add-ins, you can export the RVT file into Navisworks NWC file. At the same time, the Navisworks switchback function you can activate. Okay, so for example, when I'm selecting a window, but it is not witnessing on Revit, the reason is the Navisworks switchback is not activated. So select Navisworks switchback now. You can go back to the Navisworks. Okay, select this item, right click, go to switchback. Now you can see the Revit file is highlighting in the bottom. Select it. Okay, and since slight graphics issue is coming, so that's the reason why it is not witnessing. The wall you can select, right click, switchback. See, it is coming. No, this has selected. Wall has selected, but due to the graphics issue, it is not coming. When we are doing the same in MEP, at that time also I will explain that one. For example, if you are selecting this tree, right click, switch back. You can see the tree got selected, but it is not visible, no problem. The problem is in the graphics issue only. But the item gets selecting. Okay, so the real scenario from my computer, it is not witnessing. That is because due to the graphics. Okay. So that's why what all selection that you are doing in Revit, you can go to the switchback option. In Navisworks, you can go to the switchback option. Then the same you can witness in your Revit as well. MEP also we can do the same thing. MEP also we can do the same thing. Okay. So this is a function of like what refresh and switchback option that we are having in Navisworks. Anyhow, how to export? There is a no at a time only one project you can open. At a time only one project you can open. And so what I'm going to do now, I will be exporting my architecture file and MEP file. Then we can start our working. Okay, you can do one thing. You can convert that into NWC in the starting itself. So next I'll be exporting my architecture and MEP file from the Revit to the NWC format. So let me open the architecture first. Okay, let it come so that I can export that into NWC file. Okay, let me go to it already came. Okay, let me go to the 3D plan. You can go to the add-ins option. Okay, external tools. After installing the Navisworks exports, you will get it. You can go to the Navisworks 2025. Oh, this is my architecture NWC. It is already there. Save it. Okay, so I have saved this one. Fine. Now the same way, my MEP also I should do. So this is my MEP file. Let me open that in Revit. Okay, so this is my MEP file. You can go to HVAC ground floor ceiling line. Yeah, fine. And this is my MEP file. Okay, I'm just going to the add-ins option, external tools, Navisworks 2025. We can save this as MEP NWC. Saved. Okay. Now I'll be selecting the Navisworks, and after that I will be exporting both these files. Let me save it first. Okay, fine. Just open Navisworks. First I'll be attaching the architecture, then MEP. NWC only I'll be attaching in the starting. Okay, go to open option first. Okay, otherwise from here also you can select open. It's like a new project now here. Open file. First, I'll be selecting from the desktop. Navisworks 25. NWC. Architecture in the starting. Open. Okay. MEP in the starting. See, again, you can go to there is an option called the selection tree. I will explain that one. Selection tree. When you are going to the selection tree, this is a file you have uploaded. You can see the file type, that is .nwc only. You can entirely select this project together by clicking it. But again, if you are opening at a time, only one main file you can open. Again, if you are planning to open a new file, this will get closed. That's why initially, once you have attached one model, the next thing, either you have to go for append option or you can go for merge option. That will be the right option. At a time, only one main project you can do. So once you have attached your architecture layout, if you are appending or merging your other files, that will be good. What's the difference between append and merge? I will explain. But you can open as well the new file. For example, you can go to here, file. Okay, open option. Then instead of architecture NWC MEP, you can select. But you can see, where is your architecture? It's not there now. That's why. Once you have attached your one main file only at a time you can open. Once you have attached it, either you have to append or merge the next two file. For example, if you want to merge your architecture file, then you can select, go to append option. Okay, append architecture, open it. So that will, but make sure that your coordinations are correct. For example, within the Revit, you can go to the manage before uploading it, go to the coordinate, acquire coordinates, means coordinate system. I'm not explaining, we have already studied that in the Revit session. That's why both the file MEP, what all models that you are going to upload there in the same project should be having the same coordinate. Either you have to publish your coordinate or you have to acquire your coordinates. Otherwise, when you are attaching, all the models might be dislocated from the original positions. Okay. Anyhow, so this is my MEP file and this is my architecture file. Okay. So whether switchback function will work in NWC, for example, I have uploaded both the files in NWC format, and after that I'm going to my Revit. Okay, I'm just going to the system. I'm just making a duct. This is I made a duct there. So whether this will work, just go to the refresh option. Let me save this one first. Revit file I am saving. Okay, I have saved this one. Then I'm going to the Navisworks, try refresh option. Refresh option. Refresh option. No, NWC refresh option is not working, right? So when you're, before I have directly uploaded the RVT file. Now it is .nwc file only. So in NWC file, even after saving something, it is not coming now. You can try the refresh. So that's why refresh option will not work in NWC format. But what about switchback? For example, I need to select this chiller. Okay, you can select the chiller. Before that, just go to the Revit add-ins, external tool. Navisworks switchback has to be activated. Okay, and you can go to the Navisworks. See, refresh is not working, but I'm selecting this chiller. Right click, switchback option. So it is selecting there now. That is selecting, but due to the graphics issue, it is not visible that much perfectly. No, so that's why. For example, if you want to select your cooling tower, you can select this one. Right click, switchback option. You can go to this one, city selecting. So that's why for NWC file and Navisworks cache file, whether that is switchback, no, it will work. RVT or NWC, whatever it may. But NWC file, refresh option will not function. If the refresh option has to be worked, no, you have to export that like a new NWC again. You have to export after saving the Revit. Again, you have to convert that into NWC. But for NWF file, Navisworks cache file, Navisworks file set, Navisworks document. What about refresh option? NWC, the refresh option will not work. Navisworks file, yes, it will work, refresh option. NWD, no, because it is finally exported file only. We are not working into working file is always NWF. What about switchback function? Switchback function. because when we are working through 360 and all, it will be important. That's why switchback NWC, yes, switchback will work. NWF file, yes, both the function. If you are working on our file set, no, whether that is refresh option, switchback option, everything will work. NWD is not mandatory, so that is a final exported file only. Okay, so that's why NW, that's the difference between Navisworks cache file, Navisworks file set, Navisworks document. NWC file will be automatically generated, or by the help of an exporter tools you can use. The file size will be too less. Directly within seconds you can upload in Navisworks. Now the performance of the software will be good. NWF file, because now you are trying to save this file. This is your working file. Now you are trying to save this file. You can go to the save option. When you are trying to save it, you can see we are having NWD option and NWF option. NWC option is not there. Means like either you can save it like a working file called NWF. The same NWF you can open later, or once the work has completed, you can save this like an NWD file. Correct. So NWC file is automatically generating when you're exporting an RVT file, or manually we can export it by the help of Revit exporter tools. Anyhow, let me save this one. This is my working file. Within this NWF file, working file. No? Okay. Let's say this is like project 1. Okay. Okay. Now you can see that file within the folder itself. So that's the difference between NWC, NWF, and NWD file. Okay, and that is very important. Just try to understand. NWC file is just a cache file. It will be improving the performance. It is automatically generating, or by the help of exporter tools you can generate. We can't save that one. NWF means, for example, this is a uploaded model, right? Models. We have linked it. So NWF file will be having all the data of this link. Means not the real model. It will be having the path, the relative path, like an external references that we are using in AutoCAD. Same way, like an XREF. So it will be carrying all the path exactly, and the real model it will not be carrying NWF file. Just the links it will be carrying. But what all changes that you are doing in your working file, you will be marking the dimension or some other nodes if you are providing. All those data the NWF file will be having. So the file size will be 2 minimum. Once you have completed your working, means your models are there, then your markings are there, all those things are there, you have to export finally. That is called NWD. Once the project has completed, we will be issuing that. That's the difference between NWC, NWF, and NWD. A lot of people are having this doubt. That's why multiple times I have explained it. Sorry if I took more time. And okay, so now we are having save as option. Save as option, you can go to this N button. You can click the N button. Here we are having save as option. But there is no close option. There is no close option in Navisworks. So if you want to exit, either you can start a new project. This project will get automatically closed. If it was not a saved one, the software will ask whether to save this or not. That's why if you want to start a new project, you can start from here. Okay, or you can click here. From here also you can start a new one. So when you are starting a new one, the old project will automatically closed. Okay. So either you have to close the software and you have to restart once again. A pure close button like we are not having. Okay. Now we can see, I'll be explaining the tools now. What all tools that we are having. Okay. So I have uploaded the files again. Means the first architecture I have opened, then the next MEP as well. Okay. So I have uploaded this like an RVT file, but when I am saving, I'll be saving this as an NWF or NWD. Okay, if the project has completed. See, what all files that you have uploaded, models that you have uploaded, you can find from the selection tree option. Here you can see selection tree. So the selection tree, okay, if you want to adjust somewhere in the top side, you can drag it and you can place it here. Okay, or you can drag it and you can place it in the bottom side or here. So wherever you like, there you can place it. I am keeping that there. Okay. And here we are having pin option or auto hide option. It will be going there, auto hide. Whenever it is required, you can select it. The pin option you can select, it will be visible continuously. Whenever it is required, if you want to select, you can auto hide it. Or if you want to close it, you can close it. But if you want to select that once again, you can come to the home screen, select or search. Okay, selection tree is there. So you can select your architecture. So when you're selecting your architecture Revit, the entire file got selected. But the building components, if you need to select, for example, when you're selecting the architectural, so ground floor, ceiling level, a roof is there, correct? A roof is there. So any building component, the roof walls, if you want to select, see, or in ground floor walls, if you want to select, you can click the ground floor. You can select the walls. All the ground floor wall will get selected. Okay, means the attached link you can use to select it. The same way MEP, if you want to select fully, you can click it. Individually, if you want to select something, the roof piping in MEP, if you want to select pipes within the roof, you can select accordingly. So everything within the roof pipe will get selected. Okay. And also, if you want to hide completely the architecture layout, you can select this one, right click this one. We are having an option called a hide option. Or you can click here as well. Here as well, no? Hide option. So this is very useful tool, no? So completely the architecture file you can hide, you can witness inside. If you're having structural model like that, you can attach, you can do that. If you don't want, you can right click this one. Okay, you can hide option, you can uncheck. Okay. So before I told, once you have opened your file first, and after that it will be good when you are appending or merging it. What's the difference between appending and merging means? Appending, each and every file will be coming like a separate links only. It will be coming like a new file. So that's why when you are real-time working, you have to append the file. Merging means once your work has completed all the file, you can merge like a single file, then you can share. But even though whether you are adding your file by appending or merging, within the selection tree, each and every file you can find like this only. For example, you have opened your first file, and after that, the remaining file you have appended, or the complete file you have appended, architecture file, MEP file, everything you have taken by appending option. Then within the selection tree, architecture and MEP you can find separately. So whether that is in append or merge, you can find your model separately, but the function of appending and merging is different. Okay, appending, it will be adding like a new file. Okay, whether that is Navisworks, NWC, RVT, whatever it may, it will be coming like a new file, and the refreshing option, switch back option, everything is possible in appending option. But merging will be combining all the files, and there is no refresh, no switch back. File size will be bigger, and any updation, because parallelly, if there is any changes is happening in the other models that you have attached, for example, Revit model that I have attached, if I am doing something in the Revit, those updation, refresh, nothing will come in the merge option, but all those options will be available in the append. Simply real-time working, you have to append it. Once the work everything has completed for NWD, Navisworks dataset, the same function we are having in merging. It will combining all the files. Okay, or otherwise you can say like appending is almost similar. No, this is like what Navisworks files at NWF means it will be acting like an external references. Whenever in AutoCAD we are using external references, no XREF. So whenever the changes are parallelly happening in the AutoCAD extra file, it will be reflecting in our files as well. For MEP point of view, in our classes we have studied, we will be attaching the architecture file like an extra file only. So whenever the changes are happening in the architecture XREF, it will be reflecting in the MEP layouts as well. The same way NWF or merging the file, no, it will be having the same function, kind of XREF. But merge, once the complete working has completed, we will be binding the XREF. After that, the extra properties will be losing in AutoCAD. The same we will be having in the merge option. Clear? So that's the difference between merging and appending option. Okay, now how you can select an object? Anyhow, the functions or the uses of Navisworks we can do. Before that, the basics tools we can study in home, viewpoint, review, animation, we can discuss one by one. Now we can study the selection. Okay, first we can study the selection. See how you can select an item. The first option, you can simply click it, it will select. Or you can click this window, it will select, or click this, it will select. Or you can right click this one. Then also we're having an option called the select option, you can select it. Otherwise, you can see we are having a navigation panel, no? Here. Normally, this will be always visible when you open it. If it is closed, no problem, you can go to the view option. From there, you can select the navigation bar. From the navigation bar, here we are having select option, click option, you can select it. Okay. But like drag selection, no. AutoCAD, we are having drag selection. Drag selection is available in here as well, up to a minimum extent. Here you can see within the select option, we are having a selection box option. You can select it. So by the help of selection box, we can select what all component will come within the selection box, it will come there. Okay. So, but if you want to, by clicking and holding the shift key, see when I am using the normal selection box, very minimum number of items only will get selected there. But if you are clicking the shift key and just drag it, the entire wall will get selected. Click and hold your shift key and select everything, no, it will come. That's the difference between like drag selection normal, correct. Everything within the box will get selected, or click and hold the shift key, then select it, it will come. Okay. So the entire model, if you want to select, the code is not Control plus A. You can go to the select option. See, by within the select, you can click and select everything like one by one. Control selection is also there, as everybody know. By clicking and holding the control key, one by one, if you want to select, I need to select this one, this one, this one, this one. By clicking and holding the control key, I can do. If you don't want anything, okay, you can avoid that one. By clicking and holding the control key, you can avoid it. But if you want to select your entire project, click and hold your shift key and click it. Click and hold your shift key and select it. Or selectively, if you want to select architecture and MEP, you can come to the link. Correct. Architecture you can select, MEP you can select, like that. So this is a way the selection we can do. Either you can click it, or you can right click and select, or by the help of navigation you can select. Box selection is available. Now here selection box is available like this. Or by clicking and holding the shift key when you are selecting the selection box, the entire item will get selected. These are the options we are having. See, once you have done a selection, if that selection, if you want to save, for example, I'm going to this side. Okay. And I have selected something there. Okay, it is not coming now. Let me select it. Let me select it. I have selected this one. If you want to save your selection, here we are having an option called save selection option. Okay, save selection. One window, or I'm selecting this one, this one, this one. Okay, this one, this one. If you want to save this one, we are having an option called the save selection. Save selection. You can save it as a set. Okay, that is my set 1. And again, the same item, if you want to select, you don't want to select one by one, rather you can select this one. Okay, so the save selection set you can find from here. You can see search and select set option, manage set. Within that set option, you can find the selection. Okay, if you want to witness that, you can find that manage set option. You can find it. If you want to delete it, you can right click and you can delete it. Like that, any selection you can. For example, the cooling towers I am selecting. Okay. And not only that, all similar item if you want to select together. For example, the complete piping system inside this I want to select. You can select the pipe. Okay. And after that, here we are having an option called select same option or select all option. Select all option, you can click the same select all. Entire item will get selected. But with respect to the name of this one or the material of this one, if you want to select the pipe, same name, select same name. So all these items are having the same name, pipe will get selected. Or select this item, same material. Pipe we will be having UPVC, correct, we will be having HDPE. Different pipe materials we might be using, no? Schedule 40, like a steel pipe we might be using for chilled water. Select this one, select same material. So all that same metal pipe, the material will get selected. Here you can see. But this cold water, hot water supply got not selected because those are UPVC only, PVC pipe. These are metal pipe, that's why it got selected, same material. Okay, like that also you can select. And if you want to save it, for example, I am selecting this one. Okay. And you can go to the same material. You can save it now. You can go to the save selection option. Okay. That is my like schedule 40 steel pipe. And after that, if you want to select that item again, you can click this one, it will come. Means the selection that you made, you can save as well. So after selecting an item, any items are having this criteria, same name, same material, same element ID. In Revit and all, each and every like item will be having an element ID. Based on that, you can select. Okay, so everything I'm not explaining, like you know the concept, right? Because after selecting an item, by using the same name of that item or material of that item, you can select it and you can save it. Okay, so these are the selection option we are having. The selections we can save. The set or the selection tree has unchecked, no problem. Selection you can take from there, and set you can take from here. Manage set, first set. If you don't want, you can select it and you can delete it. Okay, fine. We can move to the next tool, hide remaining other tools.